All right, guys. This is day 25. It's actually day 26 because I posted this late. So, speaking on day 25 from day 26, this is the second time I actually recorded this video because this mic died. So, I'm using this and it looks like it's recording. So, round two, let's go. So, basically, today I woke up, I played golf, and I went to the bookstore. And while I was at the bookstore, I found the perfect thing to talk about today. I was reading a book called Ego is the Enemy by Ryan Holiday. He's a stoicist, if you know what that is. And he writes books. He's an author, pretty renowned author. I have the PDF of the book, but I never actually read it. So while I was at the bookstore, I just picked it up and got probably a fifth of the way into the book, just sitting there, maybe for an hour, just reading. And before the book even started, there was a quote by, forgive me, but I forgot who the quote was by. It wasn't by him. He quoted someone else. And the quote went something like this: Do not believe he who seeks to comfort you with their words, because their life isn't any better than yours. Uh, And in reality, they're not doing any better than you. Because for them to give you the words of advice that comfort you when you're in a position of needing help, they would need to have been in that position before. Which means they're not doing any better than you. They're not perfect. Nobody's perfect. Perfection is realizing that there's no such thing as perfection. Reaching your goals is realizing that you don't reach your goals. And that might sound wild, like, okay, how do you reach your goals if you're not reaching your goals? How do you reach a goal? Like, what's the point of setting a goal if you can never reach it? But reaching a goal isn't reaching an ending point. Succeeding in life isn't reaching success. Succeeding in life is staying consistent on the process of reaching a point of success. And it sounds crazy, but just think about it. People spend their whole life trying to find their purpose in life. People spend their whole life trying to reach their version of success. And that journey is never over until you die. So, like I've said before, my philosophy of life is that the purpose of life is to find that purpose. Because we all live on this earth and we all share the same 24 hours in a day. We all share the same years in a lifetime. Life is pretty short. And everybody you know is just sharing their turn on the earth before we return back to wherever that is. Nobody truly knows. You can have faith in a God. You can have faith in whatever you want to believe in. You want to believe in the universe. You want to believe in reincarnation. It doesn't matter. Because we all end up in a place and nobody knows where it is. So, with that being said, the quote really made me think about all of the people that inspired me to do what I'm doing now. And I used to think oh, how do they do it? They're so perfect. They just never cease to amaze me. But in reality, they're just a human sharing their experience of life. That I also live the same life as them. We're sharing the same time on earth. So how could they possibly be doing better than me? They're not. Because like I said yesterday, I think it's all about sacrifice. And not sacrifice as in giving up something that you want. Sacrifice as in there's trade-offs in life. You don't get rid of anything. It just swaps with something else. So somebody might look like they're doing better than you, but they trade that for something else. Somebody could be homeless standing next to a billionaire, and the trade-off is how stressed you want to be in life. Like I think I was talking to somebody in school, and a homeless person's version of success could be being homeless. They don't want debt, they don't want bills, they want to feel free to do whatever they want. They trade off that for perhaps their comfortability and security of knowing that they're alive. But that billionaire trades off stress for living a comfortable life, but they could both feel equally satisfied with their life. So don't chase goals. Don't chase somebody else's version of success. Chase what success looks like to you. And if that so happens to look like what somebody else's version of success looks like, then sure. But take heed in listening to what other people say, because my audience is literally between 18 and 24, so everybody watching this video's mind is not really, set in stone, and it should never be. So pay attention to what you listen to. When you close your mouth and you listen, because like I said before, when your mouth is closed, your ears are open. So when you open your ears and you open your mind to somebody that you idolize, just realize that they're not perfect. They had to do the same thing you're doing. When you feel like not waking up and getting out of bed and doing what you're supposed to do that day, or what you think you're supposed to do that day, they feel the same way sometimes. So don't hold people too highly. And when you listen to somebody that you idolize, or you aspire to be like, or you aspire to have the things that they have in life, look at it for what it is. Disconnect the person from the message. Disconnect the position that somebody is in their life and their journey with what that actually means in reality. Somebody has 10 Ferraris, Andrew Tate, whatever, just easy example, he's everywhere. He has a Bugatti or whatever, he has all of these cars, all of these girls, all of these everything, all of these mentees that he mentors. But think about what you have that he doesn't have. You don't have to look over your shoulder every 5 seconds because you might get canceled, or somebody might kill you, or the government is trying to take you down, because there's trade-offs. Whether you like him, or whether you like a certain person or not, it doesn't really matter, because disconnect the person from the message. So to sum it all up, the quote I read was, fuck, I forgot the quote. Just rewind it. It was something like, don't listen to the person who has words that comforts you, because they're not doing any better than you. Because if they were doing perfect like they say they are, then they wouldn't have experienced the drought or the bad things that you're going through now, that you assimilate with them. Some sympathy, that whatever, you get it. This video has gone on too long, and it is day 25 and 3/4 because I was out and about. But nevertheless, just watch who you listen to, and don't listen to people. Listen to words.